Welcome to the Life Expansion After 50. Today I'm going to give you an update. It's been 3 weeks since I introduced the idea of neurotransmitter production and the benefits of it and the linkage between sprinting and footwork drills. So it's about 3 weeks in. I'll give you an update, and bottom line is it's all good. So inflammation is down, appetite is more controlled, energy is fine. I've been working out, doing foot drills 3 times a week and exercising, either the gym or bicycle on 2 other days, and also heavy lifting. So I'm doing like 2 reps really slow, and that I do go to failure. But I'll give you an update. I'm going to do some warm-ups here. So basic warm-up I like to do is taking it slow. By the way, I do have an extra pound in the vest. Puts it at 5 pounds. Just going here, just getting my legs moving. I have a bit of a pulled muscle, so I'm going to be taking it easy on running type things, but I can go side to side. All right, now the other warm-up is similar to that, but to launch, got to take it easy, launching off the right foot. I don't want to aggravate the injury because I need it for sprinting. So one of the things is that this here is to build up my sprinting capability, and my objective is 8 weeks into this, which will be around middle of July, 8 weeks in, to beat my sprinting time from 5 years ago. Obviously, I'm 5 years older, and that time, by the way, was very close to what I was doing in my 50s, so almost 20 years ago. Now, I noticed my high knees in the videos haven't really been high knees, so I got to work on that a bit. Trying to get them up a little higher. I'll just start off with warm-ups and then go higher. What we're doing here is the 7 factors. Novelty, so I do set up the course differently. Intention, focusing right now on putting my foot down at the cone. These are A skips. I'm also pushing the foot down to simulate pushing off when sprinting. So, and it's all about building, producing, and developing neurotransmitter. Not trying to go to failure, not trying to build muscle. This is about strengthening the signal, and the signal will enable me to build muscle. I'm gonna have to work on these high knees. So novelty, intention, precision and balance, explosiveness, progression, and struggle on the edge of ability. So all of these, because I'm pushing, adding dimensions to it. So that one is going to be a little more bounding. But the exercise I'm going to do today, as long as my flexor is up to it, I'll do more bounding and balance. But for now, just shuffle. And I'll do some crossovers. Now, let's see how this works out. High knees here. Give myself a little more room. That might be easier to do high knees. With more space. And then here's the one I've been kind of concerned about. So let's see, I do have an issue with an ankle as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this works. I like to get to the point where I'm doing comfortably the whole ladder. Again, this is with one weight, so I won't add another weight until I can do this satisfactorily. So this is bounding and balance and a little precision. Definitely novelty because I haven't done this one well. I started it last week, tried it last week. Last week, I couldn't do the whole ladder, and I haven't practiced since then, which is a great example of how the neural pathways activate, because I did it last week as part of this weekly thing. The central nervous system is saying, what else are we going to have to get ready for? And there you go. Now, that was a front hop. Now I'm going to do a side hop. And I'm stepping on the ladder, so obviously the precision is not there. And this will get better. So by doing this each week, I'll add another pound next week because I've gotten through the whole ladder. Try it again. Okay. Woo! So this is downhill this way. You may not be able to tell. So I'm gonna have my back to you just so I could be going uphill. All right. So I made it very sloppy. Scale of 1 to 10. That was like a 4, 5. All right, now, again, I'm not trying to do a full workout. Just exercising enough to activate the neural pathways. When I introduce this, it's a start where you are. Obviously, go to your doctor, make sure you're okay to exercise and those things. But it's a start where you are. And I have a video out there. You can find it. It'll be lower than this one on the page a couple of weeks ago, where I demonstrated, even if you can't get up out of a chair without using the arms, you can start by sitting down in the chair, first using the arms, and then using less from your arms, maybe using one arm and then the other arm. Just practice sitting down with less and less and less assistance from your arms. And eventually you should be able to sit down without using your arms at all. You may have to lean forward a little bit to counterbalance as you sit down to slow it down. Same thing with getting up. You can do the same thing reverse getting up. Less and less assistance from your arms. And then instead of using the arms of the chair, use your hands on your knees, and then one hand, and then you can get up by leaning forward. Again, that video is lower. Now, as far as footwork, if you saw me when I first started, it was super awkward, couldn't get through it. Like I couldn't do it. These drills I couldn't do. Just this basic one. Now I'll get faster, but at least I can do it now. So the point is, start where you are. Doesn't matter if you have cones, you can use rocks, red Solo cups, doesn't matter what you use. The point is to add the novelty, intention, and I'll say something about intention. It's not just the intention of what I'm doing, it's the intention of improving my sprint time and my sprint health so that I don't get injured. And I would call that the context. So the intention is what I'm doing right here. The context is, the short-term context is for my sprinting time. The longer-term context is to strengthen my internal system, strengthen my signals. I'd like to get back to pressing the 285 pounds without gaining the weight. That's the trick. I could probably do it with gaining weight, but I want to do it without gaining all the weight. So it's going to take some time to do that. I already mentioned the sprint time. And the reason for the lifting is simply to build up enough muscle mass and bone density so that I'm not frail going into my late 90s. So that's the BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That's a huge one. This is one of the benefits from sprinting, and a lot of the benefits from sprinting are also attributed to the footwork drills. And this neurotropic factor helps with the neuron development, it helps with neuron function, and it helps even growing additional neurons. We have 100 billion neurons, and obviously we're going to lose some of them, but this helps build new neurons from stem cells. That's amazing stuff that all this does. It's totally anti-aging, and I think the reason why it's not out there yet is because the scientists, the way they have to do get the peer reviews and go deep into the research, it just takes a long time before they can come out and make definitive statements, but that doesn't stop it from being right and real. And there's a person who I just heard, her name is Vonda Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T, doctor, and she's all over this. She actually does sports work with masters athletes. And so she has basically a lab with her clientele. It's pretty exciting. The other one is AMPK. AMPK is call it an energy regulator, but this is going to help your glucose uptake. It's going to help with insulin sensitivity. It reverses that insulin resistance, but it's going to help with basically it's a metabolic regulator. Think of it like that, and it helps with all those things that you would expect. And then we have the testosterone, and some of these are indirect, but a big one is the getting rid of inflammation. And I noticed just from doing the drills that my inflammation is down. My inflammation, and you know, the inflammation you feel in the knees, if you recognize that it's inflammation, it's not that your knees are injured, or at least in my case. So by reducing the inflammation, that removed discomfort, and also it reduces the oxidative waste. So there's a lot going on, and you can just you can Google what are the benefits, what are the health benefits of sprinting, or what are some anti-aging related benefits of sprinting. And then you can just go down the rabbit hole as you get new terms. Mitochondria, cell function. This is who we are as cells, and to improve our cell function, these things are major. Like I said, it's like anti-aging. I looked at my testosterone, glucose, PSA, and a few other things, and I'm going to do another doctor's visit in August to compare to what I had before. It's not a scientific experiment. I'm more interested in things like the amount I can lift and my speed and those things to use as a judge or as a guide. All right? I'd love to hear your feedback, questions, comments, and you can join the Facebook group, Life Expansion After 50. It's a Facebook group, so right now you're watching this on the Facebook page or a Facebook page, but it'll be in the group, and I'll start going live in the group with more interactive. So I'll probably do that from my studio and eventually on Zoom once I start getting enough traction where we can have a real dialogue. And these videos will mostly be in the Life Expansion Facebook page. All right, that's it. We will see you.